Hey everyone, glad to be back on another... Oh, cut that. Good afternoon. A little bit of a glum rainy afternoon, but in Romania, heading up to Brașov from Bucharest. Just had my friend's wedding in Snagov, which was amazing. Had a great time. So good to see all my friends that I've missed from London. It was great for them to sort of come out onto the trip, or me to join the wedding on that part of the trip, which was amazing. So we've had an amazing weekend, plenty of food, plenty of drinks, plenty of dancing, and now a couple of us are heading up to Brașov and to Bran Castle, and hopefully Transfargarașan as well, to see some of the beautiful Romanian countryside. I've got some police in my rearview mirror with their lights flashing. I'm hoping it's like it is in Cyprus and they just flash normally and it's not because they want me to pull over. They don't seem to be driving very aggressively. Right, okay, I'll move over here. Hopefully they're going to go past me. Yay! Haven't had any speeding tickets yet or any police stops, so hopefully that's not going to happen. But I'll be very surprised if I get around the world and that is the case. But who knows? We shall see. And yeah, so it's been an awesome couple of days. Still in Romania. I got my Iran visa, so that's awesome. Super happy about that. So Iran is a place that I've been looking forward to visiting for a long time. So we've got that visa, which is great. Georgia is visa on arrival. Azerbaijan is e-visa. Turkmenistan I'm going to apply for in Tbilisi, because it's quite a difficult visa to get and you have to be very specific on timings. So for the Turkmen visa, you can only get a 5-day transit visa, up to 5 days, it might even be 3 days, and it has to be exact dates. So of course I don't know how long it's going to take me to get through Georgia and Azerbaijan, especially with boats as well. So I figured there's no point in getting it now because I might waste it. So I'm just going to get to Georgia, to Tbilisi, and then I know that I'm either sort of 3 or 4 or 5 or whatever days it'll be from there to Baku, where I can get the boat across the Caspian Sea to Turkmenbashi. So I'll do that later. So yeah, we're all visaed up, which is good. So the trip is progressing nicely. I'm actually taking a little bit of advice from the wonderful Rakela that I met at BMW Motorrad Days, where he said, you know, we were having a chat and he said, look, how long is your trip for? And I said, well, probably about a year from the start, I suppose. And he said, well, look, that's a pretty intense slog. And he said, after a while, as many adventure travelers will tell you, the trip does sort of compound the fatigue and the nutrition and the sort of toll on the body and the sleeping. He said, so if you want to go home for a couple of days, there's no shame in that. You're not doing a world record of riding around the world. So I'm thinking about going home this week for a couple of days, and because I flew to London for meetings and for the wedding. I flew to Germany for BMW Motorrad Day, so I have kind of done a bit of European travel. So maybe just to get a few more bits of kit and swap a few things out that perhaps I haven't needed, just a couple of days to see my family before I head off into the Middle East isn't a bad idea. And then it's just going to be full-on adventure spec. Going to get to Georgia. I found a really friendly guy on Facebook who is, I believe, the guy that runs BMW Motorrad Fan Club of Georgia, and he said that he's got a workshop and he's also got an accessory shop as well. So I'm planning to work on the bike, give it a mini service, put the knobby tyres on and get full adventure mode ready. I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, recalling the video that I made from Greece going into Bansko when I was riding up to the mountains to the ski resort, and I was saying, oh yeah, everyone's been saying that the Middle East is going to be dangerous and the deserts are going to be difficult and this and that and this and that, and I was a bit blasé about it, I suppose, saying, oh yeah, I'll worry about it when I leave Romania and when I get to the Middle East. Well, now I'm leaving Romania and going to the Middle East, so yeah, now I've got to think about it and I've got to get my head into desert mode, and yeah, and I'm really looking forward to that challenge, to be honest. This is definitely coming up to the end of chapter 1 of the trip, and then chapter 2 will be the Near and Middle East, which will be great, so I'm really looking forward to that. So back to today. going up to Brasov, going out to some castles, going to see Bran Castle. There's another castle in a place called Sinea, I believe it's pronounced, which is not too far away from here. So the guys are back in a car. So my first time with the support crew, which is great. They're back in the car a few miles behind me because there was some savage traffic. So I was sat in it for a while, but then they just said, look, motor on and scope it out. So I'm scoping out ahead. I'm going to take some photos, hopefully, because it's a bit of a gloomy day, so that should make for some good lighting. And then head up to Brasov, where we've got a hotel, which would be nice to stay in for the next couple of days, have some dinner. It's just fantastic. It's just all good times. I've had a wonderful time at the wedding. I've met some amazing people. One person in particular absolutely made it for me. So we're all good. We are having happy days. So I hope you guys are enjoying it from wherever you are. Ah, here we go. Sinea perhaps. We're where we need to be. Garmin's not working again. It's all right. Not bothered. I deal with it in our relationship. And for those of you that are subscribed to my Facebook page, you'll see that I managed to get another GoPro unit from Dixon's Travel Retail. Thank you guys for sorting that out so swiftly and with ace customer service. This next GoPro doesn't work with the lav mic either on quick capture, and I've now had some time over the last few days being off the bike to do some thorough research. And the GoPro Hero 5, as of today, currently does not work with a lav mic if you use quick capture. So, dear GoPro, sorry I was a bit mean, but we are all annoyed because we've spent a lot of money on your products. Please get on with the fix with the firmware since you know about it. Little message going out to Mark Wallace, who's an absolute legend, overland traveller extraordinaire. Met him in Bucharest, top guy. Thank you for all the advice, thank you for the help and the companionship in Bucharest when I met you. But one thing about what he said about the GoPro stuff, he was like, just try and deal with it. But I don't know, I'm not sponsored by anybody. No one's given me anything. Nobody has, from the brands, this Revit suit, this bike, these the boots, the GoPros, the cameras, everything. I paid for all of it. And if you pay so much money, these things are £300, £400, £500, £600 each, and you can't get away with not having them. I don't believe that the brand should get an easy time of just like coming out with crap software and coming out with crap accessories that don't work, and then just us kind of, this is the channel that I said when I was way back in Greece. I'm reviewing things honestly. If something doesn't work, I'm going to tell you. The GoPro Hero 5 Black does not work with a lav mic, and that sucks. The Garmin has barely worked, as you've known, and that sucks. It's just the way it goes, and I want you guys to know that, so that if you're thinking of doing a trip like that, you've got some honest, transparent feedback. When it works, they're amazing. When they don't work, it's an absolute ball ache. So I guess I've chilled out a little bit when it comes to the GoPro, because at least I know how to make it work, which was good. I guess my frustration was coming out of ignorance because I didn't know what the problem was, but now I do. And the Garmin, well, we'll see. Should be coming up to a left turn. We're coming into the village now. Really beautiful, really lovely, lovely landscape. So yeah, chat to you in a bit, and hopefully we'll get some good castle shots. Take it easy. Well, apologies again for the delay in vlogging, but what a week it's been. Well, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. It has been very, very, very busy and turbulent and emotional, but great, all good, but just very unexpected. And for any of you that speak Bulgarian, you'll notice that I'm back in Bulgaria very briefly on the way back to Serbia, which you might think, that wasn't the plan. Well, it wasn't, but let me tell you all what's happened over the next couple of weeks. So we had the weddings and we had the festivals, we had all that great stuff, and then I was in Bucharest sorting out my Iran visa to get the boat to Georgia from Bulgaria. And then I found out that there was only I thought that there was many boats doing that route, Varna to Batumi. Turns out it's Varna Poti, and turns out that there's only one boat, like every, well, it said all summer. I don't know if there's one another month, but the PDF said one in the summer, which I couldn't believe, because I'm quite sure that I found previously when I was researching and I emailed some people, they were like, yeah, it's no problem, there's a boat. But anyway, I didn't miss it. It's basically in 3 or 4 days, and that's not why I'm going in the wrong direction. Basically, I met a guy called Mark Wallace, who's an absolute legend. He's circumnavigating as well right now. And long story short, we had a good heart-to-heart and a good chat in Bucharest, and he said, look, I don't think your budget is right for this. And I'd already felt a little bit weird, because I've been just completely ploughing through it, and I've only been on the road for 3 months, and I'm not even halfway around. And I was kind of worried about it, and when I was planning, I guess I got caught up in the romanticism that I thought, yeah, I'll be fine, money will be fine, it'll be cheap once you get out of Europe. But you know, it won't. It's still going to be expensive. Border crossings, insurance, shipping the bike from Singapore to Australia, it was all looking a bit expensive. But anyway, I thought I'd manage it, and I thought that the YouTube revenue would come, and that would be great. Obviously, it was quite funny, because we were having a beer, and he said, oh, so how many YouTube subscribers have you got? I said, 170. He's like, oh, that's really good. He said, I've just broken sort of 220,000, so 170 is really good. I was like, no, 170. So he said to me, look, you're not going to be making serious revenue from YouTube for a while. And I guess I knew that, but truth be told, 120 of those are my friends and family, and I figured that I'd get a few more in the first 3 months. But I guess the really cool episodes would have still been to come, that I think people would have really enjoyed watching, and probably been a bit more shareable and a draw to it. But I don't know, it was always on the plan, but it was always an unknown as well. And then I was thinking about what Raquel said, and he was saying about breaking it up into bits and not necessarily doing it all in one go, because you're not having to break any records, and that was kind of on my mind. And then this guy he's a friend of mine, very good friend of mine, was asking me to work for him in London for basically the last 16 months, something like that. And I'd always said no, because I'm doing Sprocket Square, and it's what I want to do, and it's my dream, and it's just not for me. And basically he reached out about a week ago and just said, look, there's a crazy opportunity that I think you'd be great for, and you should really look into it. And I said, sorry, thanks, not interested. But he said, no, really look into this and spend the time. So I flew back to London for a couple of days this week, literally got back the day before yesterday, and I just think I have to go back to work in order to make this continue, which is incredibly sad for me, because I really wanted to do my circumnavigation now. But there was always 2 prongs to this trip: the prong of going around the world and completing my dream, and doing the long way around, and that was always the great part of it, and traveling. But then there was also helping people and saving lives, and working with Two Wheels for Life and Motorrad Angels and Tourette's Action, and helping people through vlogging. And I don't feel that I'm set up for that right now. I don't feel that, everyone that has given on my Virgin Money page has been someone that knows me, friend or family, all 4 of them, like 4 people. And I've been going for, 4 or 5 months now, since May-ish. And I've got 10,000 views on the trailer on YouTube, 10,000 views on Facebook. I've got 12,000 views or something ridiculous on some other video, I think it was, and another few thousand on another one. They're going up massively, and I've got, I think, combined about 30 or 40,000 views on the channel, and 4 people who I know are the only ones that have donated. So clearly I don't think this mechanism is, I just don't think it's going to work. And the thing is, it's not just about me. Obviously my way of keeping, that's supposed to be okay, Garmin says go straight, but that's not where I'm going. Okay, let's see how we go. Yeah, one of them was the YouTube revenue. to keep me on the road, and then one of them was the money donated from sort of viewers. Oh, it's just a short one. Was you know, from the viewers to help the charities, and I just don't think that's happening or would happen in the short term before I run out of money. And my friend said to me, you know, it's a noble choice wanting to help and try and see if we can augment the vlogging category to do something cool, but if your cup is empty, you can't share anything with anyone. And so this job is, yeah, it's back in London, but which I wasn't too fond of, but I think it's a really good opportunity. It seems like a really good bunch of people. That's why I gave them the credit to go back to London and meet them. It seems like a great job, a great opportunity. It's a good company, it's a good idea, it's a startup, and I'm really excited about it. And what I'm hoping for is that in the long term, I think what the financial position that this could put me in, I could do Sprocket Square in a much larger way. And I've loved these last few months going around Europe. It's been so cool. I definitely don't want to stop it. And please don't get me wrong, Sprocket Square is not ending. It's just changing the format a little bit. I'm still going to vlog because I love vlogging and I love interacting with the community, and I love all the YouTube comments and the Facebook comments. I mean, everyone's just awesome, and I'm sort of kind of sorry that you thought you were going to get a circumnavigation, and so did I. But right now we're just going to have to vlog some other things, and I think going back to the UK and doing some track days and doing some work with Motorrad Angels, that's definitely not going to stop. In fact, I'm in a better position now to do the Colombia ride, because my original plan was to go to Singapore for Christmas, and I never would have been able to get back to Bogota from there. So now, being in London, Bogota is a lot more of a realisable target, and so I could go there and do the charity ride with the Motorrad Angels guys in Colombia at Christmas. And then we're obviously going to do other rides. They're in Mexico right now. Obviously I couldn't make that one, but I still want to do rides with them, still want to raise as much as we can for charity. I might set up a new charity link after I've donated whatever I've got to Two Wheels for Life and Tourette's, and then sort of start a new chapter of fundraising, and also spearhead the UK chapter of Motorrad Angels. And if any of you guys are in the UK and want to get involved, just, you know, send me a message and I'll give you the details, and we can set up a nice little group in the UK. So really, long story short, it's not ending, it's just kind of changing / delaying a little bit. I'm still going to do some rides in different parts of the world with a bike, and I'm still going to be able to vlog the rest of September and August going through Europe. Going to go Croatia, Montenegro, go up to Slovenia to see the Akrapovic boys, and up through Austria or Switzerland, we'll see, and then Germany, Luxembourg, and back to the UK. So there's still plenty of vlogging to come. There'll still be vlogging in the UK, and the new project that I'm working on is going to involve some fitness as well, and I'm really thinking about how fitness and long distance biking could be sort of linked, and things that we could do with that. So, you know, Sprocket Square is still going to be here, but I think my dream of getting around the world on my bike this year, unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be able to realise. And yes, it's very sad, but you can't have it all. You can't have infinite money and your dream and have someone pay for your stuff and have you know, you just can't have it all. You have to sacrifice one thing, and I kind of sacrificed everything for it, and then realised that it all came down to a bit of under budgeting, really. The weddings as well were, you know, they were quite expensive, but obviously 100% worth it. I wasn't going to miss them for the world. So just all in all, I don't think I realised what the budget, how it was going to just rush out so quickly. So there's a lesson if anyone's thinking about long-term riding. And that's that. So yeah, now I'm back in Bulgaria. Just the tip, very, very briefly, I'm doing a massive ride today, because obviously I've been through Bulgaria, been through Serbia, been through Romania, and I just thought, oh, I don't want to spend a week doing, you know, old ground, literally the same places as well. So I just woke up this morning a bit later than I'd hoped, and just thought, let's just motor it. So I'm machining it today. It's only 3:30, and let's see how much I've done. 3:30, and I've done 230 kilometers basically. So yeah, not too bad, not too bad. Still got another 200, maybe 250 to go. So probably going to clock in about 500 Ks today. Oh no, is that miles? I think that was miles. So yeah, so probably going to clock in 400 and something Ks quite easily today. So yeah, kind of big news, bittersweet, but I think that whereas I'm not sticking to my original plan of doing that long trip and getting to Sydney Opera House and feeling amazing and energised, the whole point, I think, is when I had that talk with Mark. If you're watching, Mark, you know, really great to meet you, and I really hope we can catch up again soon on a ride. You know, he said to me, look, what are you doing this for? What is the real reason? And the real reason was helping people. The real reason was helping people and saving lives. And can I start up my own charity, my own little foundation to help people in the long term? And with the financial backing that I had, which was just my own, I couldn't do it. And I guess I was optimistic, but I couldn't. So now another opportunity has presented itself, which I could have said no to. 100% could have said no and just carried on, and then borrowed a bit of money from some friends. I don't think I couldn't have done that, but I would have done that, and then the vlog would have continued, and it would have been great, and I would have achieved my dream, and I would have got back to Europe next March broke with no job, which I always planned on. And I thought to myself, yeah, you know, you'll just get a job then, but this particular opportunity was incredibly big and incredibly cool. And I just thought to myself, you know, the size of this opportunity might not be there next year. And so if I realise that Sprocket Square has to come to an end at some point, since I don't have hundreds of thousands of subscribers to keep me on the road from YouTube money, if it's coming to an end, potholes, I might as well at least control it a bit and go back to the UK with some money, so that I can then do this job, then get more money, and then maybe have something like that could last a considerable amount of time, a lot longer than 5 months. So it's all about priorities and moving them around a bit. And I think these last 3 months have been great. They've been amazing. They've been so much fun, and I've still got a month left. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoy. I mean, Montenegro, which I'm on my way to right now, looks insane. So glad I'm going to go there. Gutted I'm not going to see Georgia, but I think Montenegro is a fair swap because they both look like stunning countries. I love Dubrovnik. I've been before, so I'm looking forward to riding through Croatia up to Split, and then yeah, having some fun in Northern Europe. So that's today's update. Just a quick video to let you know what's going on, and I hope you guys aren't as too disappointed. I'm a little bit disappointed, but as you can imagine, but I think it's for the long-term benefits of what we can achieve. I think it's awesome, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. Alright guys, well, I'm going to motor on back to Nij, get my head down, and then keep motoring on to Montenegro, so covering a lot of KMs today. And yeah, see you soon. Alright then, ciao, bye.